Blue Jays win another one, this time using a bit of a different formula. The bullpen imploded on us, but the offense pulled through and got the job done. It was a bit of a back and forth affair, even though the Blue Jays never actually trailed at any point in the game. It was a sloppy game, very offensive heavy, but we got the job done, and that's all that matters. We go to 37-30 on the year, 7 games above 500, and a win is a win, no matter how ugly it was in the end. So we'll get into the play-by-play, but first things first, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'll help us grow, and I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for that. So, Miles Mikolas was on the mound for the Cardinals against Chris Bassitt, and it didn't really go the way I expected it to. I expected us to kind of struggle off of Mikolas, or Michaelis, however you say it, Michaelis maybe. I expected us to have one of those games where it's a bit of a downer, where he goes, 5 or 6 innings, we score a couple off of him, but no, that wasn't the case. We actually got to him fairly well. So right in the first inning, Bichette singles, Barger flies out, Kirky singles, Springer pops out, so you've got 2 out, and you're thinking, well, probably not much doing here with Jimenez at the plate. Wrong. Andres Jimenez launches 387 feet to right field, making it 3-0, scoring Bichette and Kirky. And I should point out there that you didn't hear Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s name in that sequence, and that's right, he did not play tonight, which made the results all the more surprising. Ernie Clement then grounds out, but it is now 3-0 through the top of 1, and we are feeling fantastic. Bassitt comes out to pitch. Wynn strikes out, Herrera reaches on an infield single, Donovan flies out, and Contreras grounds out, ending the inning, so you're 3-0 through 1. Michaelis pitches well in the second, Bassitt does as well, keeping it 3-0 through the third. Up until the fourth, we get through on Michaelis again. Springer singles to lead off the inning, Jimenez grounds out, Clement singles to left, moving Springer up to third base, and then Alan Roden singles to left field, scoring Springer, making it 4-0 Blue Jays. Straw then grounds into a double play, ending the inning, but a little bit more damage tacked on, so good to see. Chris Bassitt, he was overall good in this one. Fourth inning, not so much. We thought we were actually going to lose him here at one point. Donovan's hit by a pitch to lead off the inning, again with the lead off walks in innings. They are just terrible. They keep happening for 4 and gets in these last couple of series. But yeah, we put the first guy on. Contreras then strikes out. Burleson singles, moving Donovan up to third base. Arenado singles, making it 4-1 Blue Jays. And then Nolan Gorman homers to right field. And I think he'd homered previously off of Bassitt. He looked pretty comfortable in the box on him. He makes it a 4-4 game as Burleson and Arenado score. So right back to square one in the bottom of the fourth here. Pages grounds out, Scott singles, and then Wynn lines out. So we keep it 4-4 moving to the fifth. And this resiliency of this Blue Jays team is different right now. Because normally we give up a lead like that, a month ago, and we struggle to score for the rest of the game. We end up losing this game, 5-4, 6-4, whatever. Clase comes out and singles to center to lead off the fifth. Bichette then singles, moving Clase up, so you've got pretty good speed on second. You're liking his odds of scoring. Barger doubles, Clase scores, and Bichette moves up to third. All of this with none out. Kirky then grounds out, a bit of an unproductive one there. Springer hits a sac fly, scoring Bichette, and then the inning ends. It's 6-4 Blue Jays at this point. We could have tacked on more, would have felt better if we had. But hey, through the top of 5, that's sitting good. Bassitt settles back in after a rough fourth inning. He gets 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of 5, and he ends up going 7 for us, which was just huge in this one. And he only needed like 89 pitches to do so. So really veteran stuff there, really pitch efficient. Great stuff, and it helped us. We still used a few bullpen arms, but still getting 7 out of your starter is fantastic. King comes in to pitch the 7th. He was in to pitch the 6th, and then he stayed in the 7th. Bichette lines out, and Barger singles off of him, and they go to Leahy, I think is how you say that. Kirky comes up right away, and on the third pitch he sees, he takes 2 balls and then takes a sinker left middle, 94 miles an hour, and launches it to center field, 402 feet. Got out of the yard, makes it 8-4 as Barger scores. Blue Jays are up 4 runs, and you're thinking, hey, going to the bottom of 7th with the way the bullpen's been, we're sitting pretty. Not so fast. Chris Bassitt has a clean 7th, but then in the 8th, Mason Fluharty comes in, gets Donovan to strike out, Contreras grounds out, and then Burleson singles. And that was a lefty-lefty matchup there, too. Burleson, normally a bit of a splits hitter, but yeah, they kept him in against Fluharty, and he comes through and gets a single. We go to Chad Green, the righty-on-righty matchup, and Nolan Arenado launches off him 367 feet down the left field line. Burleson scores. It is 8-6. Ball game back on. Top of 9, though. Roy Croft in pitching for St. Louis. Bichette reaches on an infield single to the third baseman before Barger strikes out. Kirky singles, moving Bichette up to second. Springer strikes out, and then Jimenez again singles to right over the second baseman's head. Bichette scores, Kirky moves up to third, and then Kirk scores on a wild pitch that shot up the first baseline. It took a pretty bad bounce there for the catcher. It goes behind the plate, bounces up the first baseline, and even Kirky can score on it. 10-6 Blue Jays, top in 9. Chad Green comes in to close this one out. It wouldn't be a save opportunity, but he got the 4-run lead. Scott flies out. Wynn then reaches on an infield single. Herrera singles. Pozo comes in and pops out to second, so you got 2 out, 2 on. Schneider decides to go to Hoffman here. I don't really hate it. I hate the result, obviously, but Chad Green did not look very good. He put 2 on. I understand the thinking there. Would have been nice to keep Jeff Hoffman sat down, to be honest, because he's pitched so much. He's pitched this week 4 out of 5 days. Contreras launches off him 432 feet, absolute no-doubter to center field. The second he contacted it, he dropped the bat, and he knew it was gone. 10-9 Blue Jays. Luckily, Hoffman settles in, only needs 1 pitch, a splitter outside to get Burleson to roll over on it and ground out to second baseman, ending the game, keeping the 10-9 lead, keeping the win for the Blue Jays. And again, like I say, it was ugly. It did not go as planned, especially in the bullpen innings there. But they got the job done. They got the W, and they're 7 games above 500. That's all that matters. Box score. Bichette 3 for 5. He's batting .275 on the year. Barger batting second in the absence of Vladdy. He goes 2 for 5 with 2 strikeouts, but hey, good game by him. He got the 1 RBI. Kirky 3 for 5 again. He's now batting .323 on the year. Just insane stuff. Springer 2 for 4. Jimenez 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Andres Jimenez, just when you least expect it, comes through big for this club. Clement 1 for 5 doing his thing. Roden 2 for 4. Straw 0 for 4, but providing that good defense out in center field. That's his role at this point. Clase 1 for 4 with the 2 strikeouts. You know what? We hit 2 home runs. They hit 3 home runs. We went 5 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They went 3 for 5. We left 5 on. They left 5 on. The real difference in this one came down to that 1 run. So, yeah, just brilliant stuff there. The bullpen fell apart a bit, but the offense just did everything you could ask for. They scored 10 runs to win a ball game. A bit of a different thing than we've seen all year long, where we've won most of our games by pitching and defense. This was the complete opposite. This was, the Jays from a few years ago when you had Teoscar and Gurriel and everything, and you were just trying to outslug other teams. Total flashbacks to then. Luckily, Chris Bassett hangs on for the win. He pitched good enough, in my opinion, for it. 7 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, the 89 pitches thrown, like I say. He deserved it, even though he had that ugly 4th inning. And all in all, yeah, ugly game, but a W. So let me know your thoughts below. What did you like? What didn't you like? Did you like the move going to Hoffman in the 9th? Did you understand it? Anyways, let me know in the comments. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.